Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your Daily Gogetemism number 135 for February 17th, 2015. And in our Daily Gogetemism Black History Spotlight today, we're going to talk about the black neighborhood. Yeah, we're not even talking about a particular person or even persons, but we're talking about where people and persons live at. The black neighborhood. Now, what is the black neighborhood exactly? That is a neighborhood where black people live at. Now, when you think about a black neighborhood, depending on what point of view you're looking at it from, you may be thinking of a place that's crime-ridden, where there's a lot of drugs, prostitution, gambling, um, disrespect, corner stores, storefront churches, and a place where you might not want to live because in major cities like Philadelphia, New York, and Chicago, you have to live in close quarters because there are a lot of people and I guess you could say a large space, but not large enough for the volume of people that fit in there. But if you're a positive person and you look at the black neighborhood the way that I do, I view the black neighborhood as the place where kings and queens are born. I look at the black neighborhood as a place where the next generation, the future of our generation, the future of our existence, where they are born. And this is where you learn to appreciate your people, or you learn to really, really have a lot of contempt for your people. Now, if you have a lot of contempt for your people, if you haven't found a way to be able to find some type of fun in a black neighborhood, then something is wrong. Especially if you're black. And I stand by that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to move to a better neighborhood, but what is a better neighborhood? When you really think about it, what's wrong with the neighborhood that you live in? Of course, there may be crime, there may be drugs, there may be prostitution, there may be gambling, there may be a lot of crime, there may be a lot of noise, there may be a lot of things that people tell us that we shouldn't appreciate. But you also have to look below the surface and find out what's really going on. If black neighborhoods are so bad, why is it that people rise from black neighborhoods from the lowest of poverty-stricken conditions to be able to reach heights of greatness? And of course, not all of us are able to do that, but the ones who are able to do that seem to appreciate growing up where they grew up. Because regardless of how you look at a black neighborhood, one thing you're going to find amongst all the muck and mire is you're going to find love. You're going to find love. Whether you find it with somebody in a housing project or a row home, or whether you just find love for the people that you have shared a bond with. The black neighborhood is very important. And I say that is very important because they're becoming extinct. There's a very big push in this country to try to eliminate black neighborhoods. There's a lot of gentrification going on. So where they would allow poverty-stricken neighborhoods to exist as is, tenement buildings and abandoned buildings and businesses leaving the neighborhood. Now they're bringing in a lot of white people to move into those neighborhoods and so-called fix up the neighborhoods. So in part, it's a good thing if you think that integration is a good thing, and there may be some benefits to integration. However, there is a certain benefit that goes along with learning amongst your people, growing up amongst your people, and learning to appreciate your people. Because when you do make it up out the hood, so to speak, you know what's there, and you know what it has the potential to be able to create. And knowing that, hopefully you'll have an urge to try to help. And you're not going to be able to save everybody, but if you try, then that's a good thing. And that's why the black neighborhood is the Daily Gogetemism Black History Month Spotlight for today. Alright? Now, as far as your Daily Gogetemism is concerned, I wanted to talk to y'all today about doing things just to prove a point. Have you ever had to do something just to prove a point? I think we probably all have had to do something just to prove a point. When it comes to parenting, more than likely, if you have hard-headed kids, and all kids are hard-headed at some point, because they're learning. They're learning and they're growing. Sometimes you have to punish them just to prove a point, or let them hurt themselves just to prove a point. When a small baby who's just learning to walk, crawl, or whatever, one of the first words that they're able to speak is the word hot. Because if just to prove a point you let them touch something that's hot, they will remember it because it feels painful to the touch. So you have to you have to do that to them. You have to let them experience certain things for themselves just to prove a point. When you become an adult, there may be times when you're dealing with hard-headed adults, and maybe you have to show some adults what time it is. And showing somebody what time it is doing something just to prove a point. It doesn't mean that the point that you're proving is meaningless, and it doesn't mean that you're necessarily trying to get revenge on somebody. Like I said, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily trying to get revenge on somebody, but it just means that you have a lesson to teach somebody, and they need to learn it. And that lesson is not necessarily to benefit you, it's to benefit them. They may not want to learn that lesson, and they may not see the benefit in it up front, but as time goes by, the things that you do to a person or for a person just to prove a point, those tough lessons stick harder. It's hard to get out of it. So that's all I'm talking about. See, I'm not going to burn a lot of y'all ears today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make this video short just to prove a point that I could do that, because these videos been kind of long lately. But it's all good. We sharing information, and I hope that y'all been enjoying the videos. Remember, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. If you got to do something to prove a point, make sure that the point that you're proving is proven very, very well, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Make sure those points stick. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. Please go to the website, check it out, register with the website, get down with the movement. I would appreciate it if you would do that for me. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful. YouTube.com. You can check out these videos. You can also check out the videos on UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. You ain't got to go to YouTube, but I would appreciate it if you would go to YouTube and subscribe. Subscribe, baby. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. It's good luck. See y'all for another Daily Gogetemism. Y'all have a great night. Peace.